If Roblox has been recommending Animal Hospital to you constantly lately, you are definitely not the only one. This game only came out in May and it has already gone completely massive. As of today, it's sitting around 1.6 billion visits, and when I checked, there were well over 100,000 players playing it at the same time. And if you haven't actually played it yet, the setup is pretty simple. You've been hired to work the night shift at an animal hospital. Animals arrive at the front desk. You check them in, treat whatever is wrong with them, and try to get through the shift without everything falling apart. Except some of the animals that show up aren't actually normal patients. They're anomalies. So when someone arrives at the desk, you're basically trying to work out whether you should let them into the hospital or shut the window in their face. Sometimes the problem is obvious. The animals might look completely wrong. Other times you actually have to check. You can take a photo, look at the security cameras and compare what you're seeing with the information you have before deciding whether this thing is safe to let inside. And getting it wrong can go pretty bad. So most of the game is the constant back and forth where you are trying to do the normal hospital job while also checking that the patient standing in front of you isn't about to turn into something else. That was basically the game when it launched on May 10. Since then though, they've just kept adding things to it. There are normal patients, anomalies pretending to be patients, things that can actually start moving around the hospital, different emergencies, different classes you can play, and then the bigger events that can take over an entire shift. An animal hospital has become absolutely everywhere outside the game as well. There are TikTok clips, animations, people making videos about individual anomalies, guides explaining how to spot them, compilations of players letting the wrong animal in, and a ridiculous amount of fan art. It's also one of those games where half of the funny clips come from people being completely confident that a patient is normal and then finding out about 5 seconds later that it absolutely was not. The updates have been getting a lot bigger too. On July 25, they added the Hazmat Team event. If you get far enough into the run, Dr. Hallow heads outside to meet the Hazmat crew, and not long after that the hospital gets covered in green slime. You still have patients coming in, except now there are hazmat workers wandering around cleaning everything up while the entire building looks like somebody spilled radioactive soup through the hallways. Then Slimebert turns up. Slimebert is basically this giant blob of slime that checks into the hospital and then just starts roaming around. If he catches you, he can literally swallow you, carry on for a bit, and then spit you back out. So now you are trying to run the hospital, deal with the patients, and keep an eye on this giant blob moving around the building, while the Hazmat team is cleaning up around you. They also added a firefighter class with that update, which is useful because a fire extinguisher can knock Slimebert back if he gets in your way. You can't really get rid of him permanently during the shift. You're mostly trying to keep him away from you long enough to get the job done. And the same update added a journal. So now the game is also keeping track of the anomalies, NPCs and other things you've actually encountered. That's why I ended up spending way too long through Animal Hospital's pages trying to work out which weird rabbit is supposed to be a patient and which one is going to kill everyone. So if you want more videos on weird Roblox games like this, you can subscribe and leave a like. I've clearly already gone too far to stop now. The other thing that's starting to become a much bigger part of the game is the actual story around the hospital. You've got Dr. Harlow, the Animal Corporation, the Hazmat team showing up, named characters appearing during different events, and little bits of dialogue that people have started keeping track of between updates. And there's another update scheduled for August 8th, so literally tomorrow. Roblox is calling this one the Law Expansion Update. According to the official event listing, it's adding new law events, another special shift, new skins, improved visitors, and a new species. So by the time this video is up, there may already be another load of stuff being added to the hospital. And that's pretty much where Animal Hospital is sitting right now. It started in May as this game where you work the night shift and have to figure out which animal at the front desk isn't what it looks like. Then the anomalies got expanded, more characters and events were added, the Hazmat team showed up, Slimebert started eating people in the hallways, and now the developers are moving further into the actual lore behind the hospital. Meanwhile, the game has gone from brand new to well over 1 billion visits in less than 3 months. So if you keep seeing this weird Animal Hospital all over Roblox, TikTok or YouTube lately, that's what's going on. And considering there's another update dropping tomorrow, I don't think we've seen the last of it yet.